Hi guys, welcome back to 14s because we are 14s and this podcast is 14s. And today we are going to we'll figure out what we're going to name it, but it's kind of going to be like a hype circle, but also just our strengths, maybe our weaknesses if we're feeling saucy. I'm Lauren.
Also, Lauren is freaking the flip out because this episode is probably going up on Wednesday and we're filming it on Monday. Hi, I'm Isabella.
I'm Gloria.
Monday.
But I can't edit.
Haley. Sorry.
So yes, we got not a lot of time.
We
really thought we were going to get ahead this summer.
No.
Because we all keep leaving for vacation.
I know.
We all keep going places.
I know, please.
I have an hour and a half left to finish this thing before it kicks me out.
Haley's having some struggles.
I can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know. So
We can. Okay.
I
They're
can't.
muting
I
themselves.
can't hear you. So I don't know what to do. I can't do this. I can't do it.
Okay. We good?
Well, while they're
We're under
moving,
a lot of stress right now.
we're under a lot of stress.
Okay. Haley is the best at being comforting. And this
They
is
can't hear what we're saying, man.
I know. I don't care. It's for the
You
podcast.
can listen to the podcast.
So Haley is the best at being comforting. Because you'll get a text. Okay, so say you're upset about something. You text Haley, and Haley's like, no, you are the best. You would never. She's just the hype talks they can give so much better.
The movie, music, and books suggestions are best from Haley.
Yes. Yeah. Haley will always know what to say. She delivers it in such a interesting and melancholy, funny way that you're never gonna be while they're giving you advice, you're still gonna be
It's not overwhelmingly nice when you're like, I just feel ugly today. And the person's like, no, you're beautiful. And then you're like, wow, my total viewpoint is it's not, but it's it's different when Haley does it.
Yeah.
I wish you could hear this, but no.
I know. Oh, Haley's back.
I told her to come back and join again.
Well, because she'll be like,
Can you hear us?
because she'll be like, oh, no, listen, I know we have RF days, but you haven't seen when you smile at something that's exciting to you, and you haven't seen when you react to a compliment, and you haven't, it's the best. It's honestly the best.
It just be hitting different.
Okay. Gloria is.
I don't want to be here for this. I wish I was like Haley and I couldn't hear.
Isn't this great? Yes, it is. Well, get really good at lip reading. Okay. Gloria is very good. When you have a problem, Gloria will have the problem with you. If you're like, okay, I'm really just feeling so unproductive right now. I'm so lazy. I want to just get back in a groove and start getting things done. And she'll be like, okay, then what's our plan? Make a to-do list right now. I'm here. I'm listening. What's your to-do list? Okay.
I got no life. We just
Okay. No. Oh, she'd be like, oh, I'm gonna set some goals. We're gonna set some goals. They're gonna be long-term. They're gonna be short-term. We're gonna get them done. Okay.
Not the smart goals.
So, yes.
Gloria, honey, sugar, sweetie bear.
Would you like to see yourself out? Because I would like you to see yourself out.
When Gloria is passionate about someone. Actually, no, I'm changing this. When Gloria is upset about something, she will make sure the whole world knows that she is upset about it. And it is my favorite thing. If she's upset about, like, let's say her toast was burnt. Everybody is going to know that her toast was burnt. And it's so funny because she'll just go on these whole rants and be like, I woke up this morning and then I went downstairs to make toast and then, it was burnt. It was burnt. And then Michael just had to go. But it's so funny.
It's amazing. No, because there's never just a minor inconvenience. It's a rant. It's the day. It's the whole. Oh my God! It's so the whole being. It's the life has been ruined.
She gets so passionate about something that she goes into this weird voice. Oh my God!
There's a voice.
And the text is all caps. It's the all caps, and it's the like extra airy voice.
And like here's the voice. Oh no! Did you really see? It's so funny and like it's just so joyful and like over like the most minor inconveniences, which is why I feel comfortable laughing about it because it's so funny.
She'd be like, nothing can go right in my life because of this stupid toast. I had to go and burn. Even though I set the toaster, and then Michael had to go and change it.
And then Mary Claire walked downstairs and just walked out.
I hate my siblings. And why is this my
about my toast? And then my dad walked downstairs. He didn't care about anything. He was just like so funny.
You're just name dropping family members at this point.
That's okay. No
last that is like my favorite thing. It's just like when she gets so worked up that she doesn't know like what to do with herself.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
it's Isabella, a common occurrence.
Isabella, when she addresses you, it's never just Lauren. She'll use a nickname. She'll say, babe. She'll say like, she'll say, sweet honey cheeks boo boo bear or whatever she just said to Gloria.
There were no cheeks. You added the cheeks.
She said it before. She has said it before.
No, I have not. I have never said the word cheeks in a greeting.
No, that's not true. It's not true.
Sweet cheeks.
Sweet cheeks.
No, Isabella is the queen of
or
pop
love
culture.
Or just
if you watched the show from 2001 and there was someone in the background of a coffee shop with a brown handlebar mustache, Isabella will know their name, their zodiac sign, and their child's name.
It's true.
It is so crazy. I don't know any actor's name.
Haley's that way with music.
Huh?
Haley's that way with music.
We were listening to a song and Haley was like, oh my gosh, that's the tune of insert a different song. And I was like, no, it's not. And then they like did the little hum. And I was like,
because I don't remember what song you were listening to. We were on the back of like a golf cart and I was just like, yo, that's the same tune as this song, bro. I was like, that's cheating. It really took me a hot, like just, Isabella has a photographic date memory. If something happened on July 2nd, 2003, she will know. If something happened on July 2nd, 1964, she probably knows.
No, like literally, I was like, okay, what day was this the first time we zoomed after whatever? And she was like, let's carry the 1 and subtract the Isaac and then add a mustache. It was the 3rd of July. I was like, what?
What's with the mustaches?
Who has a mustache?
Let's test her. When did we get our nails done?
I
don't know this date.
Yeah, you can't tell if she's right because you don't know it.
I know what it's close to. Huh?
June 7th?
That was the first day of summer jam. I feel like it was like the 9th or something.
Okay, because it was that week.
Yeah.
Guys just gave her a compliment and she got it wrong. So
that was the most obscure date though.
My favorite?
Like what was our first Zoom after? Yeah, like she knows.
Well, now I just want to test the theory.
Or if you give her phone also, she can figure it out and like she will get it right. And she just has to do it off the top of her head.
It was whatever day I cleaned out the SIA closet.
Okay, see, that's weird. How do you know that?
I know Maddie did not just send me a chat that goes, what do you want to do when you get here? What? I am staying up all night. I am flying on a plane. I haven't been on a plane since I was 3 years old. I am flying with someone I am
she's
meeting
pulling a Gloria.
in the
I have
same.
to get on a plane. I have to wake up.
I don't have to wake up. I'm ever awake. I've been awake. I will be awake. I will stay awake. Okay?
You only
And
got 4 hours, Haley.
I understand that. And then I'm flying with this girl. I bet she's a really nice girl and she's got a very pretty smile from her Instagram. But still, I've never met her before. And what if she doesn't like me? And then we're stuck on a plane together.
Put in your headphones and go to sleep. It doesn't matter, boo thing. It's a 2-hour flight.
That's rude.
Manifest is available for download if you want to watch a movie about a plane crash while you're on a plane. For
Oh
the
my god,
first time.
no plane crash.
Nice. I'm not worried about a plane crash. If it goes down, it goes down. Okay? But whatever. That's what's gonna happen. Okay?
My
If it goes
favorite
down-
thing is about Haley, about how quickly she'll come to conclusions. She will decide. She'll be like, okay, am I gonna paint my nails or dye my hair? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go to bed. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
It's so refreshing because everybody else in the world is like, okay, well, if the plane doesn't crash tomorrow, then the Holocaust would never ever happen. So I really, there's no solution to my
The
situation.
Holocaust, girl.
Everybody else makes it so complicated.
No, do you know what?
I love
For me,
Lauren's ability to bring up monumental historic events
No.
like it's nothing.
I love Gloria's ability to make everything a joke. Some stupid joke could not be funny. Or she could tell me like that's a knock knock joke and it's only funny because she said it. That's literally it. Jokes are only funny when she says them.
I love
you were the
Gloria's
king of
different
comedy.
voices. When you were like,
You're the CEO of comedy. Do you remember that?
I am the CEO of comedy. I'm the funniest. That's a fact. Nobody can debate with me on that. You're not. How can you say you're a player when you weren't even in the game, bro?
Gloria be like, Gloria has so many different ways to be like, well, did I tell you that or not? Or she'll also be like, well, you done messed up. Like it varies.
I never sound the same. This is why choir cannot figure out what part I'm in. They're like, which one?
Oh, let's see. Back to my rant, okay? And I know Maddie did not just text me and go, well, what do you want to do when you get here? I don't care. You pick. You pick. You tell me. Are we gonna swim? Because I bought a Escandalo swimsuit.
Okay,
so-
Crackhead. Those are the only options.
I love when Haley will read a text and have the whole reaction to us and then be like, I don't care.
Or, you know, when she sends a friend breakup text with an emoticon at the end. Not even an emoji. Not even an emoji. A motherfucking emoticon.
what is it
wasn't
called?
Mad, it was the like disappointed face.
A colon with a backslash.
It was kind of just like,
hit him hard.
Colon with a backslash, and then she typed it out, and we like thought she had sent it. We thought they sent it, and then literally like 30 minutes later, they were like, "Oh yeah, I just sent it," and we were like, "What?"
Yeah, I just sent it. I literally just.
and it had the quotes around it still.
Yeah, I accidentally sent it with the quotes, bro.
There was quotes.
And then they had to text. They were like, "Well, so I was nervous and I had to send that to a bunch of friends, so that's why the quotes are there."
I found it so funny.
It was really funny.
I also find it funny when people are like, I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. I just find it funny when people are like,
My
period.
favorite thing about Lauren is that she'll compliment you like a passive aggressive aunt compliments you, and it is the funniest thing on the planet.
What?
What
What does that mean?
About
Hear me out. She'd be like, "Oh my god, Slay, that outfit is so amazing. I mean, personally, I wouldn't wear it, but it looks so good on
That's
you."
not what I do.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do.
Lauren just does that to Isabella.
Isabella is dissing everyone.
Yeah, I don't know if these are compliments.
My favorite thing about Lauren.
Guys,
is
the
you
first
tell
one-
her, I'm trying to compliment you.
My favorite thing
Thank
about
you, I
Lauren
need
is how
one.
much she pushes me to be better, bro. She's perfect at everything, and I'm like, ooh, I should get better at brushing my teeth.
I had a
My
good
favorite
one. The
thing
best
about
thing about
Lauren-
Lauren is if I tell you I found a nickel, you will make this the most important nickel you have ever heard of. No matter what I say, it will be validated to the highest degree.
Yes.
And you'll
My
be
favorite
like,
thing
sorry, I'm busy right now. Oh my gosh, this sounded so mean. I meant like, and so it's just positivity 24/7. But then
My
when you're
favorite-
not positive, it's really funny because it's rare.
My favorite thing about Lauren is how like she just like whenever like she asks like how you're doing, like she genuinely cares and she wants to know the answer. And like it's just so amazing because she'll be like, I'll just like a normal like FaceTime call, we'll be talking, we'll be doing homework, and then she'll just switch and she'll go, so and then I'm
My
like,
favorite, yeah.
Nosy with that one.
I saw these TikToks and I just knew that they had to go to Lauren because they're about peanut allergies, right? So I sent them to her and she was like, okay, I don't know which one to open first. And I was like, just choose like, and then I was like, one's kind of funny and then one is kind of mean but funny and then one is just like nice. And then so she opens one and she thought it was the kind of mean but funny one, but I thought it was the nice one.
And then I opened the other one and it was straight up assault. It was straight up.
One of them was this girl that was like, oh my God, sitting at the peanut allergy table was like segregation, blah, blah, blah. And it talked about how horrible the peanut allergy table was. And I was like, oh my God, she's going to relate to that. I'm going to be nice to her. And then the TikTok that the girl stitched was about how like people with peanut allergies are weak. You just flick a peanut at them and they're dead, right?
Like, why are they still on this planet?
That is true though. That is kind of true though.
Like,
That is true. Natural selection, baby. It's gonna get
How
you.
has evolution not wiped you out?
I know. How do we not have peanuts running through our
My
veins?
favorite thing about all my friends is they never pick on me ever.
Oh,
You like being picked on.
girl, that's something you gotta work out.
Also, I don't think Lauren has ever been offended. And
No,
as a
she
very
has.
offensive and as an offensive person, it works out great for me.
My favorite thing about Gloria is how easily we could settle our problems.
When do we got problems?
If I've got a qualm with her,
You got beef
I'll
with
say it, and I'll add a little emoticon next to it, and she'll be like, "Well, no," like, and there we go. It's settled out. Like if I have a qualm with a lot of other people, I won't settle them out. I'll be like, "Okay, you talk first. You make the first move. I'm gonna sit here," and that's a power move in my book. Okay.
You didn't know Haley and I are qualm settlers.
We never really have qualms though. But the thing is, if we do have a qualm, we fix it, all right?
I'm so scared of settling qualms with Gloria because she would somehow convince me I'm wrong.
No, I very much admit I have a lot of problems. I usually go, "You're right."
Yeah,
My
I
favorite
just
thing,
convinced you were wrong, didn't I?
I love that Isabella, she's an action doer. But the rest of us will just be sitting on our butts trying to figure out how to solve a problem. She's like, well, you're not going to be solving anything from doing this. We're going to do something.
But I can solve it in my mind from wallowing.
Yeah, if we think about it long enough, it'll solve itself. No, Isabella will get up and do something. Like she'll make the phone call.
My favorite thing about Isabella and Gloria, both of them, is how they desire to be spontaneous and then never do anything spontaneous ever. They'll have like the opportunity to be like, "It's raining, guys. Wait, I got a car, I got a bike. Let's go for a ride." And then they'll be like, "Well, I found this new Netflix show and Grey's Anatomy is on. So maybe tomorrow."
If we had spontaneous things to do, we would do them. We just also
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Name something spontaneous. Define spontaneous.
I went out with Olivia and Maddie and danced in the rain.
Wow. You are white.
Breaking into a pool.
Alright, that's the one spontaneous thing you've done in your life. How old are you?
For legal reasons, I didn't do that. Oh,
How old are you?
I did another spontaneous thing. Got in a golf cart while grounded, and then asked my mom when I had already left the house.
And who was that with? It was with me. So
I still did it. I did it.
I push people to their spontaneous max. All right. I am spontaneity at its finest.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything.
Is spontaneity a word?
I don't know. It sounds pretty.
It's spontaneity.
No, it's
That's
not.
worse.
No,
It's spontaneity.
Spontaneity. No.
Spontaneity. It's spontaneity.
Sponge daddy.
Spontaneity.
Spontaneity. Gloria, what?
Spontaneity.
Gloria just said sponge.
No, they're called Scrub Daddy. Those little smiley face sponges.
Spontaneity.
It is spontaneity.
Ha!
That was
Spontaneity.
terrible.
Spontaneity.
Can you hear it?
Spontaneity.
I can hear
Only
it.
6 times.
I don't like Snapchat's update.
Spontaneity.
My Snapchat still didn't update. I
Spontaneity.
updated it, but it didn't update.
I love this with Isabella.
She
Alright,
cannot
what
leave
is
the
my
house.
favorite thing about Isabella?
Oh, I did. The podcast couldn't hear it. I was like doing the pose she does for Snapchat.
I just said something about Isabella only.
Isabella is the one that brings spice to my life.
That is so rude.
What?
Isabella's the only spicy one, guys, okay? It's the
No,
only one that has nutmeg, cumin, oregano.
those spices do not go together.
I like that is okay. Isabella likes the same kind of Zoom conversation. She likes when we do the like she'll come up with like what spices everyone like that when we did that was fun and I enjoyed that.
One of my favorite things about Lauren is how like I will be like, oh, like this isn't like that important. Like I'll like undermine something that like I'm doing, and then she'll be like, no, you got a D plus on your Spanish test. That is better than the last time. That is good. That is good. And I'll be like, okay.
That is
How
good.
passionate, like how excited she gets about things. She got like whenever like mock trial was going on, everybody knew about mock trial because she was just so excited about it and she would talk about it all the time and it was so exciting. Or when she was transitioning to choir, like just good times, man, good times.
I get obsessed with a thing and I will talk about it and I know it annoys everyone else but I don't realize it until after the fact. And it especially
That's what I do,
Bella,
but then
and that's
people
the
just
funny
like
thing about
stop
this.
listening.
Doesn't annoy me as much as it annoys other people.
I'm goading speedrun 4 right now on Roblox. Y'all can't even.
Nobody else gets vocal about it though.
Vocal about their goatness on speedrun 4?
No.
This is such a chaotic episode. Only 50% of 14s is wearing
Okay,
shirts.
shawties, I'm wearing a shirt, by the way. I'm modest is hottest. I'm kidding.
is
I'm
hottest.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, wear what you want. Just joking. It's a song on TikTok, and a dad made it about his kids, and I feel like that's really weird for a dad to be like, you know, be modest. I don't want to see your body. Like, that's weird. Is that weird? That's weird, bro.
Okay, wait, can we each say can we like collectively have one more about each person and then do our segment and advice?
It's gonna be a short episode.
I know.
Guys, please don't go. I don't have.
Gloria and I will not
Wait.
go, but Lauren has to go.
Alright, that's true. Where's Saran, Jacob, and Isaac?
This is the podcast.
Oh,
I invited
boy.
Saran who said no.
Oh,
You invited Saran to the podcast?
I asked if he wanted to guess.
Oh my gosh, who's gonna do Ask the Opposite Gender?
Jacob!
Jacob.
we didn't ask him if his name can be on the internet, so we're gonna have to cut out all this.
Okay, every person's name is Jacob. It's fine.
That's true.
His name is on the internet in the form of every other human.
Okay. All right. I have one for Gloria. I have one for Gloria because okay, so even if you were like subconsciously, you can never like be unprepared for a social event when Gloria's there because even if you don't think to ask the question of like, oh, are you wearing shorts or pants, or is your hair up or down, or are you bringing a bag or a wallet? Gloria will think to ask it, so then you can never be different because you will always be doing the same thing as Gloria because that's like how Gloria rolls.
Yeah, I'm so terrified of like being the only one having a bag and then having to be like,
that's how
bag.
I am right now. I texted the girl I'm traveling with, and I was like, what size suitcase are you bringing? Because I didn't want to look stupid bringing a 28-inch suitcase and her bring maybe like a carry-on bag and maybe a purse. No. Good thing we're both bringing suitcases. So I got nervous about the size of my suitcase.
Well, the thing is Lauren has to bring around her inhaler and EpiPen everywhere. So she brings a bag no matter where we go.
Yeah. Lauren's always got it clutch with the bag. If you don't have a bag, Lauren's got one. So that's my favorite thing about Lauren. She's very clutch with the bags.
Formerly known as Don't Die Bag, because the things inside of it keep her from dying.
True, gang.
Okay,
I
I said mine about Gloria. We need one about the other three, and then we can say segment.
Wait, I have an idea. Why can't they just invent like a permanent EpiPen that's like on your arm, like they do for like diabetes, but you push a button and it releases in there. That way you wouldn't have to carry it back.
On my arm for the rest
And
of
it's
my
on
life.
Like
your
the
arm.
entire point of an EpiPen is like you're not supposed to eat the thing you're allergic with diabetes. You gotta.
I understand that, but then it's on your arm, so that there's like a higher chance of survival. You just have to push the
Lauren,
button.
how many times have you used
Riveting,
your
but we
EpiPen?
are kind of on a time crunch.
It was a good idea.
Okay. Haley
All
always
right.
be switching up. Every other day, I get a TikTok from Haley that's like, I'm gonna cut my hair like this. I'm gonna dye my hair like this. And so like my life is never always the same. Like I never get bored with life because
Sorry if there's any weird gaps or if someone got cut off. There was lots happening. So we're back. And we're going to do a last one. Haley is in Florida because this is the next day. But it's us three teens. We're going to...
is chaotic.
Yeah. Our lives don't calm down ever.
It gets done eventually. So don't complain.
Yeah. 2 days before it's up. Oh, no. I upload them on Tuesdays. So one day. Got one day.
And we have never missed an uploading day. We have never uploaded a day after.
Did we do anything or did Lauren do
what? Hey, we were there to film. Should I take a shot of lime juice?
I do that on a daily basis.
Okay. So we did Gloria, so we have to do Haley, me, and Isabella for our last one.
Okay. I gotta get in the zone. We were in such like a zone last time. Gotta like.
I really want to name the episode Aggressive Compliment Circle.
Okay, so like this is gonna take like a prerequisite. So like if you give me solutions to my problems, I will say no to all of them till I find one, or I just will never find one. And like Lauren sticks with it. She continues to give me ideas, knowing I might never use them, but I'm very appreciative of, and they're good. I just am very picky.
It's because I'm the same way. My parents will tell me, okay, if you didn't want advice, why'd you ask for it? Because I'll shoot down all their ideas. So I get it. I get that you just want someone to tell you a bunch of ideas so you can find all the flaws and the benefits and put together your own idea. I get
Exactly. It makes so much sense.
It makes so much more sense. So, but everybody else gets mad. So I
when people are like, why don't you just tell them no? And then you're like, well, like
Oh.
Lemon juice is better than lime juice. I don't know why you put yourself through
lime
that.
juice is so much better. What?
Okay, it wasn't even real. It was freaking concentrate.
Lauren and I are gonna have a tussle after this.
Oh, you want to go? I'll bring my lime juice and squirt it in your eyes.
I'll do the same
Oh,
thing.
the heartburn that's going to ensue from that.
Lime juice is stronger. It'll hurt more.
Are you fishy?
Take your glasses and put them on my face. Okay.
Okay.
Isabella.
Lauren do one for Isabella, then Isabella just do one for Haley.
Okay. Isabella will. Her diagrams.
Oh no.
I love them. They make so much sense and they're so stress relieving to watch someone make them. And it's so happy, even though they're all about very unhappy things.
They're always about the most horrible things.
They're like really dramatic and passionate and in a good way. And like anger relieving, and I love them. Okay, for context, if she has a lot of paths crossing in her brain and lots of things happening, she will, and it needs to explain to someone or someone asks a question about it. it's a very effective strategy. She'll take out her whiteboard and a marker and she'll be like, okay, so see this is the social anxiety. But if you cross it over here, that's the new people. And then, well, then this person's not coming. So I have to replace, and that's all the learning is happening right here. But so there's adding a little bit of this person because they're stressing me out, right? And it's
meanwhile, the whiteboard is full of scribbles. There is not one comprehensible thing on this
it's
whiteboard.
scribbles and lines and dotted lines and different colors happen.
And like if you showed this to someone and was like, what does this mean? No one would guess. Like in Isabella's internal turmoil about having to go to Walmart today and not wanting to buy their watermelon.
What have they actually been about? Like what's an example of one?
How boys and girls can just be friends. That was a big one. That was a big one.
I remember one of them was her explaining something to me and she was like, look, if you look over here and you look and you see this is your family. This is your
that's great.
My mental health during quarantine.
Yeah, that was a good one. Like okay,
March was nice and steady, and then April.
It looked like a heart rate monitor, like a really dramatic one. It was like, well, then here was the cynical depression, and up here, I was ready to go to the moon, and then it just went all over the place.
I will never be ready to go to the moon.
Astronauts are real.
Does anyone need green hair ties for 14 cents?
No. Those would look awful in my hair.
See, Christmas.
Wow.
Please keep that in.
The We the People rendezvous.
What?
There was a diagram.
Well, that's like where you meet up.
Canoodling. Okay.
That's different from rendezvous. That is different from
Canoodling.
And canoodling isn't the word either.
Just We the People drama.
Yeah.
She knew the word. She was just making you say it.
I have a game. Like a little, you put little, they're marbles, but they're connected, so they build little structures. It's kind of cute. It's fun. And it's called Canoodle. And there's no, it's hard to play because, or to share about playing it. It's
okay, Isabella, give us the spectacular traits about Senorita Haley. I was going to say her last name.
Haley. They are such like an easy person to like forgive. Like if that makes sense. Like we have had our fair share of qualms. We've had a few qualms, but like we always just end up like getting over it. And I like really honestly just love like how understanding she is.
How unqualmable they are.
We unqualm our qualms very easily.
Never stay qualmed for too long. Okay. Lauren, what does our segment need to be? We finished our compliments.
Oh gosh, I gotta think.
Ugh, we don't like when you do that. Just kidding.
They all are running together. I'll go listen really quickly. I know it. Since we haven't filmed an episode, it's just the last one that was published. Guys, go listen to Boundaries. It's kind of a good one, actually. It's a pretty serious, like we kept up some good advice.
It was like, I feel like we always talk about like topics that like, not like we don't need to be talking about because like, it's our podcast. But like they were a little mature, like, cause I don't know, the beginning we were like mental health, but like boundaries are something like you got to figure out on your own. And like, it's not really like it's an adult thing too, but like, it's also a thing we have to tackle. And they're only a thing to teenagers. Cause like, I didn't really set boundaries in 3rd grade. So like, it was a very real one.
It was life update. So we're ready for current events.
I never understand what they mean. Is that the media one or is that the current in your life? What is it?
No, current events is like world happening, the news, basically. Media is like books,
Haley's
movies,
the one that always knows what's happening in the world.
music. And then life update is something that's happening in our own lives.
Okay. What's happening in the world?
Okay, can we take like a 15-minute break? Because I gotta go run a quick errand, but I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
I guess we'll finish this episode.
What?
We'll finish this episode and then go. What's
Yeah, just finish this episode without.
What's your advice?
Make sure you pack accordingly for vacation, because I packed like 10 shirts without realizing it, so I gotta do some unpacking. Okay, bye.
Make a list for vacation.
Okay, what is happening in the world? I haven't gotten many TikToks. Like, you need to be aware of this. We could go on our little mini rant about like switching. Like, we're victimizing. No, what is it called? We like make someone the enemy.
Blaming?
Huh?
Villainizing?
Yeah. We're like villainizing the people who didn't do anything. Like we've kind of created, because your great grandpappy did something, and no matter how like perfect or non-judgmental or criticizing or oppressing you are, there's still like, in my minority, people are doing it too. So like, I'm not put blame on anybody. People are like accusing or just making mean comments and jokes, I guess, towards majorities, because the minorities have been oppressed for so long, which I totally get. But like, when do we get to the point where it's just even? Like, I know there'll still be a smaller amount of minorities, but the entire point is to be inclusive, not like no group should be above anybody. So like, I saw a girl. Oh, here was the thing. It was a Black girl, and she like did whiteface air quotes, because some people think it's not a thing, and was like saying like, it was basically a reverse blackface. Anything that you'd think would happen there happened. And so like, that's bad. Like, neither should be excused. It shouldn't be like, well, your great ancestor did something bad, so they can be mean for the next 200 years. No, like, we need to be nice people collectively. Put your like history grudge in your pocket. And like, if someone is being one of the ists or the obics, handle them, but don't like attack a community for being a community. No one should feel bad like for their gender, sexuality, race, even if they are like the social preferred one. This was my really trying not to be controversial version of it.
Yeah. And yeah, the little disclaimer here, none of this is meant to discredit minority struggles or any of that. There probably is a word for it, but we talked about this earlier. We're both Christians, and it's like, as a Christian and as a human, I don't think any religion should be discriminated against, had violence, hate crimes, any of that. That's awful. Or like had just stereotypes or assumptions or awful like jokes, any of that. That's not cool. But what we talked about this is, off the top of my head, there's anti-Semitism and Islamophobia, which those are that, and Christianity in our area at least are the predominant, and atheism are the predominant religions. Like the big three, you learn about them in history, whatever. And so, but I don't personally know the word for like hate or violence or whatever towards Christians. When like it gets some media, that's like definitely true, like with Chinese Christians and that kind of stuff. I think Gloria said that earlier today.
If that's the wrong place, I'm sorry. I just remember somewhere Christians are being slaughtered for being Christians in a like non-predominantly Christian place.
Mm-hmm. So it exists, but because it's the bigger, I guess.
And like, they did terrible things
in
the past. I'm not.
Yeah. But it's like a lot of jokes get made about it, or a lot of, and stereotypes, which I get. Obviously, like, we all stereotype, but the thing is, when playing out scenarios, if people were to say those things about Judaism or Islam, it would be so much less accepted.
If something's bad in one direction, it shouldn't be allowed in the other. Also, like, people I would call friends, like, I'm not going to say which political party or anything like that, because I don't want to like make this a political thing at all, would like steal the other sides like during the election and even currently, and like deface their political signs, which like I don't agree with whoever you're voting for, but I can't vote. And technically speaking, you bought that flag or sign. So like for me to mess it up is not my place. And like I've never done that. Cops don't come for me. But like I've had known people who did. And so like it's not really a majority or minority, but like you don't get to be mean to one side or like do this or do that. Like everyone can just be nice.
It's almost like because of this oppression, there's been divide, right? In any circumstance with any minority, majority, or anywhere it's political, it doesn't have to be minority or majority. It can just be groups. It's created a divide. And instead of what I think should be the goal is more unity, is more like, we don't care which you are, we can be happy, be friends, be whatever, and like, there shouldn't be a divide. It should be inclusive. That should be the goal, in my opinion. And what's happening is we're keeping the divide. We're just lessening the like one-sidedness of the oppression. Does that make sense?
And it's not saying like the minorities now have all these rights and the majorities don't. But like I've been places where people have made like jokes about the majority I'm a part of, which like I can't really be whining about it right now and be like, I wasn't offended. Like I'm alive and breathing, still friends with them. But like if I said something about their minority, which I would never do, would be terrible. So like we've just kind of switched it, and they're like, no. Like you were the oppressor. You weren't alive, but you were. So like
so
that was a really long one because we just been talking about this recently.
It's definitely
like treat everyone with kindness and maybe don't be like make someone feel bad for not being.
In most cases, they didn't choose if they're in the.
In every case, I guess
religion.
But it's like, you shouldn't make anybody switch their religion because they feel bullied.
Yeah.
In either direction. I know it's happened in the past, and I'm so sorry.
Or like feeling ashamed of your religion because people are like hating
you.
It sucks.
So let's be vibey and thrivey.
But also, shout out. Like respect for people who go through this every day. We're not trying to discredit that. And we know many people have it a lot worse than we do.
We got privilege. We are going to survive. I just have found like things on media that I feel like are making other people feel bad. And I'm like, I don't want to be
the goal.
I don't want to be a part of, not like, I can't leave these communities because a little visual, but like, I feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On that note, I wish that could be the advice. Just don't do that. Can this be the advice?
You could incorporate it to your advice.
Just be happy. And you're not always going to be happy. And that's going to be fine. But don't make other people sad because you're not happy. I don't know why I just thought that was the very, very vague advice. But whatever it meant to you, I hope it does some good.
My advice is if you're going to eat your cookie dough before you bake it, heat treat your flour and don't add the eggs until you take the bite. Save yourself from E. coli and salmonella and just wait. Or take the bite before you add the flour and the eggs.
I never heat treat my flour.
I'm doing it because I'm making like edible cookie dough.
No, when I make edible cookie dough, I don't. I just don't add eggs. I've only done it once in my life.
E. coli.
I don't got E. coli.
Yet. This is so good.
Should I make healthy apple pie?
Why make it healthy?
Okay, well, like, you just, like, on the stove, cook the apples and, like, make them soft, add cinnamon and stuff. And then you mix, like, oats and brown sugar and, like, water, flour, baking soda. Put in a little ramekin and put it in the toaster oven. It's just healthy because I didn't actually make pie crust.
Sure.
I vote yes.
I am getting this instead of ice cream whenever we go to Culver's.
My shorts are becoming jean thongs.
Goodbye.